Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Podcast of the Apes. We're back after a week, hiatus week.
Yeah, we had to take a little break. We were working ourselves too hard over here.
But now we're back with an extra long, or potentially not extra long, special episode to cover everything. My name is Sebastian. This is my co-host Simon.
Hey.
And here we discuss everything from movies to comic book movies to comic books to books to magazines
On occasion, yeah.
to
Comic book movies, we do those.
movies about Superman and Batman, movies about
I've never done that before.
Deadpool,
Never done that?
movies about fishing trips between a father and his son.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Life of Pi.
We're gonna, well,
Richard
There was no-
Parker was the
was-
father all along.
oh my god,
Yeah.
there are a lot of twists in that movie, but I like that movie.
Yeah.
feel like-
You know it's directed by Ang Lee?
No, he did one of the Hulk movies.
The good one, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, okay, the good one, the one where he's all rubbery, he's running away from little
Yeah, and
pigs.
he's like crying and stuff. Oh.
Do your best Angry Hulk impression. Watch him.
That's the best I can do.
Alright, so we got a few trailers to talk about this week. First off, we're going to talk about something we missed last week, which was the Super Bowl. Did you watch the Super Bowl?
You're not allowed to make jokes about the Super Bowl. It's important to me.
Alright, did you watch the Super Bowl?
Yes, of course I watched the Super Bowl.
Now, in the Super Bowl, we got some trailers. In the Super Bowl. There you go.
What? Okay, continue.
He's getting mad. Listeners.
No, actually, no. Calm.
Very zen. So, well, which trailers do you want to talk about? We got a few.
Okay, well, I mean,
Oh,
since I am dying.
Let me interrupt you there for a second. Just a heads up, at some point, a very rambunctious Jew is going to
Ooh.
come blasting into this room with...
Oh, we're just kidding. No, we're also Jewish.
Yes, we are both Jewish.
Both of us.
In disguise.
Yep.
But we're switched. Anyway,
Robots and...
so there may be an interruption, but it shouldn't affect our podcasting. Expect the same top quality that you would normally try to expect, and then maybe later you wouldn't expect it so much. Cause
Damn right, up top.
got us some slack. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, trailers.
I've been dying to lay down my new Batman Superman theory.
All right, let's get to
that
that.
I
So
just made a minute ago.
let's work backwards then. We'll start with earlier this week we got the final Batman v Superman trailer. Very exciting. Want to lay down your theory?
Yes. Okay. First of all, well, I've got a few theories,
Okay.
but this is the most. Okay, most of my theories are just how the movie's gonna go, like in chronologic order, like what scenes from the trailers go where. But this is like what I really think is gonna happen.
Is this just in the movie, or you mean in the whole DC universe? Because I got one of those.
Oh, I think the movie.
Mhm.
I think. See, a lot of people. I don't know if this has been like discussed by the director, like in
Zac Efron,
in public. Yes, Zac Efron.
Scott Snyder, Daniel Scheider. Continue.
That's for you, Shidey. Man, I saw Daniel Scheider at lunch the other day,
Uh-huh.
and I threw a Skittle. No, it was a peanut M&M.
Did you throw it
I
at
threw
him?
it like 30 yards, and it hit him in the back, and he like turned around. And I was like, heh. And I like did like a finger wave.
I was in a thespian meeting, and that guy was there, and I was trying to do magic tricks on him, but he wasn't falling for it. And then I did one that was actually good, and he like got mad. Like he didn't. Like sometimes you do a magic trick to someone, and they'll be like, "Oh, that's good," or they'll be like, "Wow, how'd you do that?" Or they'll be like, "Oh, good for you," or "I saw you do that." But he just like turned away angrily.
Yeah, I love Daniel Scheider.
I should add that to the beginning of the episodes. I should be like, we talk about movies and comic books and Daniel Scheider.
On occasion, yeah, Daniel Scheider.
Yeah, well, it's true now.
You gotta tell him to listen to this now.
Yeah, I definitely will. So what's your Batman v Superman theory?
Okay, so Wonder Woman.
Mhm.
I don't know. Has Zack Snyder actually said why she's in the movie?
Okay, well, did you see that the Kevin Smith talking about?
Yeah, and then Wonder Woman was all slow motion, like hitting people off horses and stuff. Yeah.
Exactly. So, it's said in that two things are said, which are pretty interesting. One of them is that she's the best fighter in the DC universe. That's kind of weird.
Oh, Batman. Like,
no,
we all saw that trailer.
He means like in this universe. Yes, I agree.
No,
Batman has
we
shown
all
more.
saw that trailer.
We haven't seen her really doing anything except, leaping around, having a shield. That's Captain America stuff, though. You know?
Yeah, Captain America can do that, and he can do it.
He can leap around and have a shield.
And he can come from World War II.
But the other thing that, oh yeah, well, she's going to be World War One because he already did that. But the other thing,
Oh, so they don't.
yeah,
So I don't do one of those.
yeah. So the other thing Kevin Smith said was that I don't know if this is canon. I think originally the Themyscirans were just a race of Amazonian warriors. They were just like female warriors, and they didn't allow men on their island of Themyscira.
Tough.
They're very tough, and they wear spangly outfits.
Like Captain America.
Those two things do not go together. Oh yeah, Captain America's tough and has a spangly outfit. He doesn't have boobs though.
You'd be surprised.
What's the female version of Captain America?
No, we're not doing this.
Is it Miss America?
Please.
Okay.
Oh.
So the Themyscirans, in this, Kevin Smith said that they were created to protect man, like mankind, humans, and that they kind of went back on that because man did like some bad stuff.
Did he say that they were created to protect them,
Yeah,
or that they rolled up?
That's their purpose.
Okay.
And then he said that she was like going back to actually fulfill that purpose. So I think maybe her coming and fighting Doomsday is a coincidence. I don't know.
Okay, well, here's what I think.
Good.
Oh, first of all, if you want to watch that, you totally should. You can find it pretty easily. And
Check it out. It's on YouTube.
Yeah, there's stuff about Cyborg and the Flash.
We're
and
on
Aquaman.
YouTube.
Yeah, we're also on YouTube.
Right
want
now.
to check us out?
We're balancing.
You don't want to check us out.
Aw. Wow.
Maybe you do. I don't know.
How could you? I'm offended. So what is this?
Yeah, I could tell by your voice. Okay, so I think Wonder Woman.
Yeah, Wonder Woman.
Right. Okay, so you know all the like nightmare sequences that we've seen where Batman's got his desert outfit. And
right.
Cool
I got my own questions about those, but I'll leave them until after this. So what are you saying about those?
I think Wonder Woman is gonna have some kind of mystical future vision like Thor did in Age of Ultron.
Oh yeah.
And she's gonna be like, oh gosh, some bad stuff's gonna go down in the future.
So cave pool vision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's gonna seek out the two greatest heroes on Earth, because she's gonna like seek them out to warn them. Like, hey, we gotta all team up. Or else then maybe Batman's gonna be alone in the desert fighting aliens and stuff. And
she doesn't want him to be alone. Well, okay. Here's why I'm confused. So let me just lay down these questions about Batman v Superman, and you answer them. All right?
I will.
Okay, great.
Up top.
So that was a good high five. Did you see the spike?
I did see it.
Nice. So there are a few different shots we see that are from this weird nightmare future, and we know it's called the nightmare future, or not future, but we know it's called nightmare because like the popos that have been released where it's Nightmare Batman. The popos. Popos.
Okay.
There are three different scenes. There's one shot where Batman first snaps a Superman soldier's neck. There are Superman soldiers, and the parademons are all around, or will look like parademons. There's another shot we've recently seen where Batman's kind of standing near a city, and there's kind of like lasers shooting into the sky, and it's all desert, and there's a big Omega symbol, the symbol of Darkseid, carved into the sand. And there's another scene, which is slightly longer, we see, where Batman's like chained up at the end of a hallway, and there's a bunch of Superman soldiers, and then Superman flies in and they all kneel. So, my question is, if this is... See, I assumed when I saw Batman like in this future where Superman's kind of taken over and he's like protecting everyone by enslaving them, and he's like, everything's ruined. I thought Batman was going to have some sort of weird dream or nightmare, maybe induced by some chemicals or something.
Yeah.
Maybe some Joker gas knocks him out and he sees his fears, and one of them is that Superman takes over. So I was like, oh, that's cool, so that'll be his reason for wanting to fight Superman. That's a good idea. But if that's the case, all the Darkseid stuff, like parademons, see, I was like, oh, that makes sense. He's afraid that Superman's showing up. You know how Superman like brought Zod there? He's afraid Superman might bring more aliens there, so he's having this vision where Darkseid shows up.
Makes sense, yeah.
But if that's in his vision, that means they can't use Darkseid in a future movie, right?
Well, I think I think here's the thing. Okay, if you're donezo,
yeah,
then I'll pick this up. Okay, I think that goes well with my theory because Wonder Woman's gonna roll up and she's gonna say, "Hey, you blokes better stop fighting. We gotta team up because Darkseid's gonna roll up. That's inevitable. He's gonna show up, and we need to be ready for him."
So you think she's coming to prevent against Darkseid?
Yeah, and then when she sees Doomsday, she's like, "All right, this will be a quick smackdown."
Right, it's a coincidence. See, I thought you were saying maybe that like she sees in the future Doomsday kind of smacking him down, so she shows up to stop it, and in doing that, she kind of causes it. But no, what you're saying makes more sense. All right. So maybe it's not Batman's vision then. Maybe Wonder Woman's having this vision.
Yeah, no, I think Wonder Woman's just seeing the future that will take place if Batman and Superman don't pull their heads out of their dark sides.
Nice. Okay. So, anything else about this trailer that you want to just get out?
I liked the part where Wonder Woman did her flying leap.
That was good. Do you think she's going to fly? Do you think she'll have the invisible jet?
I think she will have the invisible jet.
Oh, sweet. Do you think they'll make it cool?
Wait, no, I don't. I don't think that.
They could do it. They have the helicarrier in Avengers.
They have the money to make a jet invisible.
That's true. You can't see it.
They can't see it. Its time is now.
It's true.
It's the franchise, and okay. So are we done with Batman vs Superman for now? Then.
Well, we can be done with that trailer, but we got to talk Super Bowl trailers.
But before we give up on the Batman vs Superman trailer,
the final trailer, as it were, yes.
Yes. Mm-hmm. That scene at the beginning.
Oh, when Batman's wrecking everybody. So good.
People out there, if you have played the Batman Arkham games, then
I can name all of them. Arkham Knight.
That's one of them.
Arkham Origins.
Yeah.
Arkham City.
Yep.
Arkham Day. Arkham Country. Arkham Oranges. X-Men Origins.
Think about where the name Arkham comes from in Batman.
Arkham, the story of a young Ham.
Arkham Asylum.
Gotham. Okay, yeah.
Okay,
games.
But you'd probably watch that trailer and be like, "Wow, this is amazing." He's giving him the slams just like in the good old days of the PlayStation 3.
He's killing a guy, dropping him right on his neck.
That guy is dead.
Definitely.
Yeah, no way.
Taking a knife to the back of the head.
Yeah,
Luke Cage style.
Walking it off. Also, Jeremy Irons and Ben Affleck, I think, are really good together as Batman and Alfred.
Because they're both just simmering anger.
Yes, just very, very mad all the time.
They look like if you poked them, they'd just rip your head off.
And if one of them tries to be happy, they just both get angrier.
Yeah.
Like Bruce cracks a joke, and then Jeremy Irons says "You suck."
Is it a dead Robin joke? Mad. Is it like?
Yeah.
No, I like to think there's going to be a scene where Jeremy Irons walks in and he's like, "Hey, Master Bruce." I know he's not there. He's like, I'm doing the only Alfred I can do is the Michael Caine one.
You can't do Michael Caine.
Master Bruce. Master Bruce. The size of a tangerine. It's going to be like, Master Bruce. I figured out a way we could kill 2 birds with 1 stone. But he's not going to say birds. He's going to say, kill 2 robins with 1 stone. And then Ben Affleck's just going to rip his head off.
Yeah, I can see that happening.
It's just a neck snap. Oh.
Done it before, I'll do it again.
What if they're just sending each other passive-aggressive notes, and that's where the thing that says "You let your family die" comes from?
Yeah.
And that's where the spray paint on the Robin costume comes from. It's just Alfred being a dick. I would love that. Not really. That'd be pretty bad.
Yeah, that would kind of ruin the entire movie.
On the subject of Batman v Superman trailers and getting into the Super Bowl trailers that we saw during the Super Bowl. You're welcome. Do you want to talk about the Super Bowl Batman v Superman trailers in conjunction with Turkish Airlines?
Conjunction junction.
Yeah.
What's your function? I don't think we're allowed to sing, so we just have to say it monotone.
Probably.
I heard it from the Game Grumps. It's probably true.
Yeah, you can say anything without being worried about copyright if you just monotone it. Like a poem. Can you get copyrighted for poems?
Probably. Here, let me try one.
Let's find out.
Do you know any poems?
I know a poem.
Say a poem.
Alright. No, I don't know any poems, I'll
Okay.
I don't know any poetry.
You never cease to let me down. Okay, these Turkish Airlines television...
Exciting, I thought.
Commercials.
Yes. For the big game. The biggest game of all. The Super Bowl.
That's the one. Yep. Alright, let's skip those.
You don't want to talk about this?
Oh, if you want to talk about them, you want to talk about them. But I thought we were both just kind of like, I guess it's that time.
I could say something about him. I could say...
Alright, you go for it, pal, up top.
Alright, I like the way Gotham looks. I have a question for you about these.
Cool.
In the Batman one, we see the bat signal in the sky, and they're like, you might even see... Because in the Superman one, they're like, you might catch a glimpse at one of Metropolis's heroes, and everyone's like, oh, and Superman flies by. And that makes sense, because if Superman lived in your city, you would want to watch out for Superman, and you'd see him flying around sometimes. It'd be pretty cool. But in Gotham, they're like, you might catch a glimpse of our celebrity, Batman.
Yeah, you might catch a glimpse of that maniac who beats the crap out of everyone.
Yeah, why is that? Why is he a celebrity? For one, shouldn't he be sticking to the shadows? Is Batman getting mobbed by paparazzi? That's who's spray painting in the Batcave. That's who's sending him letters. He's probably really bad at hiding his identity. Because you can tell it's Ben Affleck under that mask.
The chin, yeah.
That's going to be this new DC universe, is people who just are really bad at hiding their identities. It's like Superman's not wearing a mask, and Batman just lets the press into his house.
And Green Lantern, Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, everyone knows he's Ryan Reynolds. Deadpool went straight up and said it. Yeah. That's weird, though, right? That they would say that he's a celebrity to them?
No, it wasn't like...
I guess...
No, it was fine. I
guess you'd want to address it if you're trying to get people to go to the city. Be like, it's not so bad. He's a celebrity. He's not a murderer.
It was that, or they say, like, watch out for this lunatic who beats everyone up.
Well, yeah, because people probably know about the Joker, so it's a good thing they didn't mention him.
People will probably be more likely to go to the city because, like, oh, Batman, it's amazing. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm sure he's got a lot of followers in this DC universe.
And, you know, the bat signal alone would get people to just be like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, they have a light in the sky? Yeah. Wow, they don't have those.
More Super Bowl trailers. What about the Civil War one? Pretty good, right? What did you think of it? I mean, it's short, but, like...
It was cool. Yeah. I liked Bucky.
Did you like that watch that Iron Man had that, like, went over his hand and it was like...
Yeah, I kind of liked it. I was hoping, like, Did you notice how Iron Man had a black eye?
Yeah, you know the scene when, like, he's getting shot out by Bucky?
Yeah.
Probably a punch in the face, I'm guessing.
Yeah, because he probably just did one of those.
Yeah. Probably, yeah. For those of you
listening, you guys couldn't see.
For all of you, Simon made the motion of grabbing a gun or holding a gun with one hand and punching with the other. You know, classic move. Because that way, if they catch the bullet by some chance, then you can just punch them.
Like Superman did in the Batman vs. Superman trailer up top.
Oh, that was pretty good.
Wow.
Good. All right, that was a good high five, too. Yeah, so not much to this one. We get a glimpse at the new Ant-Man suit. That was cool.
I liked it. I liked the ears.
I'm thinking this new kind of updated suit is going to be the reason he can go giant, which is a good thing.
Oh, yeah.
To that. Another thing I'm looking forward to, the chance of a goop suit for Iron Man.
Nope, not going to happen.
I really want
At least not going to happen yet.
Okay.
Also, even more, you know.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, even more of that. Also, there was that scene where Cap, like, opens the door and he's like, hey, what's up, Cap? Or, let me start over. Cap is, like, kneeling with, like, his shield, and Bucky's doing the old Furiosa, shooting over Max's shoulder.
Oh, yeah, using him as to steady the sniper. I got you.
Yeah, and Iron Man walks in all nonchalant. Actually, he's pretty chalant.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Chalant?
Yeah.
It's probably French for, like, baguette.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, so I think we've covered... Oh, I guess there's the shield scratches.
Yeah, so we're definitely going to see some cool Black Panther fighting.
Yeah, probably in the same scene where we saw in an earlier trailer where Black Panther was chasing Bucky and Cap was chasing Panther.
What do you think about the death of Don Cheadle, potentially? Or maybe just him being incapacitated?
You know, wouldn't be that big a loss. We love you, Don. We love your films.
The Cheeds.
We like The Watch.
Chief
Not The
Watch.
Watch. What? The Policeman. The Guard. The Guard, that's the one.
Iron Man.
Have you seen that? Oh, yeah, we like that one too.
Yeah, he wasn't in it.
No, he wasn't.
Iron Man 2.
Iron Man 3.
Yep.
Worst movie of all time. Not really. It was bad, though. Didn't like it.
Not as good as the other two. What about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 trailer?
Hey!
Yeah!
Yeah! Whew!
Lots of high-fiving on this podcast. Straight out the box. Amazing, right?
Oh,
Not as good of a song, but like we still get some skateboarding, we get some shreddering, we get Raffi on a plane, potentially.
We did get that.
We get a Terradrome, and we get Krang! I have a question for you about Krang, though. You think you could answer?
I think I can.
Okay.
I've watched a lot of TMNT in my day.
Why does Krang, the robot, have human hands?
Did he?
Yeah.
Well,
He has
like human hands or like
no,
human
not like
shaped hands?
not like in a box. So you know how he has like skin on his face, kind of like he has like a human looking face in this trailer. Okay, first of all, why does he have that? Because he's not fooling everyone.
No, he was probably wearing like a suit before, but then like they beat him up.
But he's way bigger than a human, and he's got a visor,
whatever.
and there are lines on his head. But he's also got, in addition to the skin that's kind of on his face, he's got skin like on his hands.
I did not.
He has like
see
little
that.
hands. I might be wrong. Well, what about the man inside the machine, Krang himself, the sort of Iron Man, like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles universe?
Yeah, pretty much the same character.
Except, he's not as handsome. Iron Man, that is.
Hey,
I'm gonna get a book because my computer's heating up. So, it's gonna fans on. Excuse the noise.
I didn't even hear it.
Oh.
Wow. Okay,
We're back.
Yeah, Krang. I liked him. He looked pretty much the same as he always has.
What did you think of that big Terradrome in the sky?
Is that what it's called?
Terradrome? Yeah.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. I can never remember.
I might be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I'm pretty sure it's something else. Hey, let me look this up.
No, because I hear the clicking.
Okay, I'll look it up on my phone.
All right, good. And
You talk about something.
I'm going to talk about the Jungle Book trailer.
Oh no. Skeletor's rolling up.
What? Who?
Skeletor.
Oh, is that code for something?
No.
Okay.
What?
What? Okay. I'm going to talk about the Jungle Book trailer. So we got a new Jungle Book trailer. We got, what I like about this is, for one, it's longer. For two, it's got that song so good. Hits you right in the testicles with the emotional testicles of sorts that we all have inside of us when it's cold. It had, one of the things I found interesting was it showed... Technodrome. What did I say? Terradrome?
Yeah.
Technodrome.
God, you suck.
Terradrome, that's something else. It's like Transformers or something.
No, that's nothing.
What's the one in the Smurfs?
It's Chumbo. I don't know. I've never seen that.
What's the big alien robot in the Smurfs?
Is there one of those?
No.
Okay, I was about to say, I'm going to watch that.
So the Jungle Book trailer, we get actually like a good look at the animals talking, which I find interesting.
Yeah, you got Bill Murray. The other ones, Ben Kingsley. Ben Murray. Bill
Christopher
Kingsley.
Walken.
Christopher Walken. That I was telling someone earlier today who was the cast of the Jungle Book, and I couldn't remember. I kept like I was trying to remember. I knew there was one other big actor in the movie, but I couldn't remember who it was.
Okay, you go on and keep talking maybe about the I gotta go run and grab something. You keep on talking. I'll be right back.
I will.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Well, now that it's just you and me again.
Hey, Skeletor, you better get out of here, man.
I'll do what I like. I'll do what I please.
Skeletor, really getting sick of you, you know that? One of these days I might stand up to you, give you a little 1-2, you don't even know what the 1-2 is, do you? That's actually my greatest shame. I've never known what the old 1-2 is. If you do know what the old 1-2 is, leave a comment, please. I honestly want to know so bad. I also want to know. I thought you knew what it was. Come on, you were bragging about it all day yesterday when we were at the beach and you were working on your skeleton and stuff. Well, Simon, I lied. Skeletor, it's okay, man. It's okay. We've all lied in our day. We've all lied. You more than me. Really, just only you. You know, Skeletor seemed like kind of a pathological liar to me. No. Also, Skeletor, you're sounding more and more like the Emperor every day. Oh, hey, how's it going?
I got pizza.
Skeletor showed up for a bit, and he sounded like the Emperor, so I told him to leave, and he scooted.
Great, love it. To our viewers, from now on, just a heads up, we will be eating some Papa John's pizza while we record.
You better not make any gross noises.
You better be okay with that, listeners.
I'm going to make gross noises, but you can't.
So what'd you talk about while I was gone?
Oh, me and my old pal had a chat. And just between you and me, he is really, really starting to sound like Emperor Palpatine. Like, you even had like a... No. You did one of those.
Come get a slice of this pizza.
Oh, I will. You know I will.
Take this.
Ooh, I love me some pizza pie.
Papa John's.
Papa's in the house.
Did you cover any more trailers?
No. You were gone for like 2 minutes.
Oh, okay.
I literally just... Skeletor rolled up and he said some stuff and that was it.
Alright, excellent.
It was a groovy good time.
Do you want to talk about the trailer for...
We're not done with TMNT.
TMNT, right. Okay.
Krang did a spin move in that last scene.
Oh, that was pretty great.
You should go back and rewatch it if you didn't see, because it was...
everyone listening, turn this off. Go watch some of these trailers. They're pretty spectacular.
Yeah, no, you can come back to this if you want, but...
You're wasting your time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, moving on. What did you think of the X-Men Apocalypse trailer?
I liked it a lot.
It's good, right?
I'm honestly very excited for that movie.
Do you like it in a trailer when they play a song, but they play like a sad version of that song?
Yeah, sometimes.
This is good pizza.
You better stop doing that.
I can't stop it. There's butter dripping off.
No, stop making those sounds.
Oh.
Okay, X-Men Apocalypse. Okay.
Yeah.
What did I just say?
I can't eat quietly. You have to
just freaking chew quietly. Come
on.
on.
I'll try.
You better try hard because we got people we're trying to impress here. Mainly Alex Stockwell.
Yeah, X-Men Apocalypse. What were you gonna say?
Okay, yeah, it looks really good. You're doing it again. You were good for like a minute there, and then you kept doing it. Come on. Step up your game.
Alright, I'll try to keep talking.
Also, a wise man once said, that is a heart attack waiting to happen. Okay, what are we talking about? X-Men.
X-Men Apocalypse.
Yeah. Well,
what do you think?
We got a lot of good stuff from that trailer.
What do you think of Apocalypse himself?
I like him a lot. I can't figure out what's different about him since they first released like the images of him, but there's something.
He used to be purple. Now he's like gray-blue. Interesting, right?
Yeah.
Do you think they changed that because of negative fan reaction?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he was on like the cover of a magazine at some point when they first released like the first trailer.
Yeah.
And a bunch of people got mad.
He looked purple. He looked like a Power Rangers villain.
I liked him. I thought he was fine.
Really? Alright. Do you think they should make him look more comic accurate, like take off his nose?
I mean, no, I don't think that.
Do you like this design?
Like, people are just going to say he's goofy unless he's accurate to the comics, but in reality, the comic book accurate villains are the goofiest ones. Like, look at Thanos.
True, Thanos.
Looks like a freaking big baby.
In fact, try to name one villain who didn't come out in the last, say, 5 years, who isn't just a goofball.
Doesn't act like a goofball or look like a goofball?
Look like.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Thor 2.
Malekith?
Yeah.
Keith? Malekith?
Keith Richards.
Keith Richards is goofy enough. Okay, about Malekith, in the comic books, looks like a friggin' domino.
He looks like a domino?
Yeah.
I need some kind of explanation. Also, stop doing that.
He's all pink and blue, and he's like, half of his face is one color, and then his clothes match, but reversed.
Oh!
He's a freaking elf. That guy is goofy.
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. I've seen that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Did you hear, since we already knew, and you probably also knew, Thor The Dark World is going to be featuring the Hulk. And I heard that it's going to be...
That's wrong. Thor The Dark World did not have the Hulk. No.
Or not Thor The Dark World, you know.
Ragnarok.
Ragnarok, yeah. Thor and Hulk are going to Ragnarok the house. But, yeah, there's been talk of, that it's almost going to be like a Hulk solo movie and a Thor solo movie at the same time.
I'm really excited for that. Do you think they'll be using the Planet Hulk storyline?
I really hope so. Because
Yeah?
I don't see what else they could do. Otherwise, it would be Dumbo.
Well, I guess they could make it just like Hulk and Thor team up to stop Ragnarok.
No, I don't think that's going to be...
No?
I feel like... I hope they're not going to fight each other. And if they do, I hope Thor just beats the crap out of them.
Dude, do you think this is like the start of an era of just superheroes fighting each other?
No, Justice League is going to be happy times.
We got Batman v Superman, we got Civil War, The Jungle Book,
Yeah, it's going to be
others,
Tarzan, Aladdin.
War of the Planet of the Apes, the next episode of this podcast,
Mad Max.
the first Mad Max.
Did you say the next episode of this podcast?
Yeah, maybe we'll talk about superheroes fighting each other. Maybe we'll do a versus.
Maybe we will do a versus.
Yeah, we'll talk about superheroes fighting each other.
Yeah, that's what I meant as well.
You got Ben Affleck levels of aggression radiating off you.
Come to Gotham City.
So come on.
Or I'll hurt you.
Gotham's waiting. So am I. With a knuckle duster. And some oil. I'm gonna oil you up and punch you. What did you think I meant? Do a Ben Affleck voice.
My boy's wicked smile. Is that good?
Yeah.
Fun fact. That actually is not a Ben Affleck line. That is a Casey Affleck line. You should have corrected me there.
No, I was just gonna let it roll.
You don't know.
I don't know. Are they the same person?
Well, stop doing that. No, Casey Affleck was...
We gotta eat loud so the people can hear. That's what they want. That's what the people want.
I'm completely serious right now. You better not. No, Casey Affleck... You know, in, that movie they did...
Which one?
Good Will Hunting.
Yeah.
Like, their third guy. I guess there were four of them.
Notamon?
The guy who, Ben Affleck would offer Matt Damon a job, and he'd be like, no. And then the other guy would be like, well, you never offered me a job. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was Casey Affleck.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they look kind of similar.
He's done some movies in the past.
Oh, good for him.
He's actually in a movie right now that you should go see.
Okay, I will.
Instead of listening to this dumb podcast.
I'll leave right now.
The Finest Hours.
Uh-huh.
It's got Chris Pine,
Oh, yeah.
Casey Affleck,
Boat
True
movie.
Story, boat movie, snow movie, best kind of movie.
All right. I think the next thing we were going to talk about is the predictions for the movie Deadpool. But I want to get our recommendations out of the way before that, because right after this, me and Simon and a third unnamed person who will remain unnamed.
And he's Jewish. Oh, wait, we can't say. Never mind. And he's Jewish.
He is a Jew of Jewish origins. So, I want us to do recommendations now, and then afterwards we can just... Oh, excuse me. We can just do predictions for Deadpool straight up until the end. Does that sound good?
Yeah, let's do it.
Alright, cool. So, do you got any recommendations for this week?
You know, I do.
Mm-hmm.
All this Deadpool talk and X-Men talk really got me in the X-Men spirit and the Wolverine spirit. So I don't know if I've talked about it before, but Old Man Logan.
Yeah.
Maybe my favorite comic book story of all time.
Really? That's your favorite?
It's so good.
Oh, wow. All right.
It's pretty much just in the future.
Yeah.
In like an alternate thingy. It's a bunch of complicated nonsense. But then it's like there aren't any more superheroes, and the world is just run by villains, and everyone like lives out in like wastelands and stuff. And,
Fantastic.
yeah, and Wolverine is like an old man now. He's like eventually his healing factor like started to die away. You know how it is, and then
it's funny that would happen at the same time all the other Marvel superheroes are kind of getting old.
Yeah, like the Hulk is an old guy too.
Yeah, and a rapist.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, and so he lives on a farm with his nice family, and they live this nice life, and they have to like pay like taxes, I guess, to the Hulk gang.
A ransom money? Production money.
The Hulk gang?
Yeah.
Who like own the area, and they're like daddies, because Hulk's like an inbred lunatic at this point, and like, yeah. So, when they're short on funds, Old Man Logan takes a job with Hawkeye, who is blind and kind of goofy.
Hilarious.
Yeah, Hawkeye is blind. And so they go on this mission, and it is a royal good time.
Is it a fun romp?
It is a fun romp. But don't expect it to be funny, because it's pretty serious.
Mm-hmm.
Some unnamed people get decapitated. Some named people get decapitated. A lot of people get decapitated.
I've read some Old Man Logan. Very strong. I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, a new Old Man Logan series started a couple weeks ago.
Did you check that out?
Yeah, so you can jump right in.
Is it really good?
I think issue 2 is coming out in a little bit. Yeah, it's just a follow-up to... Yeah. It's good stuff.
Cool. My recommendation for this week is, first of all, I want to recommend the New 52 Aquaman, which I read the first issue of. Or not the first issue, the first series, I guess.
Are we going to leave any of this pizza pie for Johnny?
I'm going to leave like 3 slices.
I'm going to take this big slice.
Okay, good.
Big slice.
Excellent.
Just asking me. It's like, hey, how about you eat? And I said, yeah, okay. All right, you were saying?
Yeah, oh, yeah,
Aquaman, yeah.
New 52 Aquaman. Really good, cool art, cool reinvention of the character. I love how it handles that if you were Aquaman, everyone would kind of think you're dumb, and like you would try to save people, and they'd be like, "Ha, it's Aquaman."
Are people goofing on him?
People are goofing on him.
That's great.
But the character of Aquaman is very like angry in the Ben Affleck way, so that's good.
He wasn't always like that.
No, he used to be very goofy.
I mean, it's like you get angry when people make fun of you for years.
Mm-hmm. And you wear a dumb shirt.
Just ask a lot of people.
Yeah.
Eventually, the consensus will be that you get angry if people make fun of you for years.
Donald Trump, poor guy.
Tronald Dump, making fun of him. Oh no, your hand's all gross. I'll
sorry.
high five myself and pretend we high five.
All right,
We high fived.
head knock. Head knock. Ow.
Wow, that was not loud and hurt.
My other recommendation for this week is the movie Hail Caesar, infamous on this podcast, because before I knew what it was, you tricked me into thinking it was a foreign film with your witchcraft.
I thought you knew what it was.
No, I had no idea. Anyway, last week I went and I saw Hail Caesar, and let me say,
it was the least foreign film you've ever seen.
Exactly. No, well, first off, it wasn't a foreign film. But the second thing is, it was a good movie. Right? Channing Tatum, really good. Scarlett Johansson, also good. she does a good job kind of having this dual personality where her Hollywood image is like this like very beautiful actress, and then like in her real life she's like, hey, I need to smoke. Mm-hmm.
She's like that?
Yeah, that look is warranted.
Good.
And then you got Channing Tatum, who is not in a lot, but turns out to be the bad guy. I'm spoiling this. Did you want to see this?
Yeah!
Oh, I'm sorry.
I've seen all the Coen Brothers movies. What? I told you about this movie. Why did you...
I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
My bad.
Put in the description that you spoiled something, and you have to go back and listen to this and see where you spoil it at, and tell them to skip that part because it's a spoiler.
I'll say spoiler alert right now. Spoiler alert for Hail Caesar.
No, you actually put that in the description.
Alright.
Like, people are going to be pissed off if you spoil a movie for them.
Right. Okay.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, I didn't think you cared. Because we almost talked about
What?
My bad.
Yes, I agree.
It's a good movie. I will just say that,
Well, you already said too much.
I'm just gonna... It's a good movie, but it leaves some questions unanswered, so that's all I'll say. Okay? Alright. Now we've gotten recommendations out of the way.
Questions like, how did Mr. Brolin become Thanos? How did he get all big and hairy? Oh wait, Thanos isn't hairy.
Yeah.
You know Josh Brolin?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Thanos. Yeah.
But he doesn't become Thanos in the movie.
Yeah, he does. Everyone knows that. It's the twist ending. You already spoiled the whole movie. Might as well spoil the whole movie.
I'm sorry. He is giving me a hug right now. That is what is happening.
That's what they call the middle finger where he's from.
Where I'm from being Jamaica, obviously. Alright. So let's get into Deadpool. Do you have any predictions?
I do.
Alright, go ahead.
First prediction.
Good. Go.
The entire, the whole freeway scene.
Yeah.
A lot of people are worried that that's going to be like a whole big part of the movie, and they've already showed us
the major action sequence.
Yeah, I don't think that's the case. I think that will be the beginning of the movie.
Oh.
Like him sitting there, like, well,
shoot.
Yeah, but then...
I can't sing on this podcast, so I'm
right.
breaking the rule all over the place.
Don't sue us, SoFlo Antonio.
With salt and pepper.
Yeah, whatever. No, SoFlo Antonio made that video. Everyone knows it. He doesn't steal videos, but that's a topic for another day. But if you need us, H3, we've got your back.
We will have your back. If you listen, we know you do.
Yeah, no. Yeah, okay. So, as I was saying, I think that will all be in the first, 5 minutes of the movie, and then he'll be telling his story.
No, so you think the origin stuff is kind of like him,
Yeah, and he'll be, breaking the fourth wall by, he'll, pause his story and walk in and be like, so this is the part where I punch this guy in the sack.
That would be a great way to do it. I hope they do that.
Yeah.
Can I make a prediction about that freeway scene?
Go for it.
I think that's a turn point in the movie because we see the X-Men show up, right? And he obviously knows them because he goes, I don't have time for your X-Men bullshit, Colossus. So
and Colossus looks all weird.
Yeah. I like the way Colossus looks. You don't like him?
Do you like the way you look? That's if you get that joke, I'm sorry. Okay. Colossus, no, I'm fine with the way he looks. He just looks different.
Oh, yeah. But I think it's for the better.
I don't know. He looks kind of cartoony.
Yeah.
Oh, you like that type of thing?
I do like some cartoonies. I like a good cartoony.
Where I come from, you say that, you get punched in the sack.
Where you're from, obviously, being China.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone knows cartoony in Chinese is your mother is a jerk.
Is a dong.
Yeah, is a schlong, yeah.
If anyone knows the Chinese word for schlong, please write in.
I'm talking to you, Jason. C-Dub.
C-Dub. Alright.
Or also Ryan, maybe. I'm sorry, I'm not sure if you're Chinese. But might come off as kind of offensive. You better not be doing that.
All right. I'll put my pizza away.
But
what's left
if
of
you
it?
do know, then put it in the comments.
Just Google Translate and throw it out.
No. Google Translate is broken.
It is broken. But do it anyway.
Sebastian tried to translate some German one time.
That is not what happened.
Didn't work.
I just ate some jalapeno.
Why did you do that?
I look good. Ah.
I'll let you figure things out, and I'll be standing back behind you.
Take a big gulp of water. There's a lot of moving around this episode. Man, okay. My predictions about Deadpool. So he obviously knows Colossus at that point in the movie, right? They've already met. So I think this is like the turning point. Like I think when he is on the freeway originally and he's killing all the guys and he's being like, "Yeah, you pooped your pants." Good. I think that's like him in his average Deadpool life. And then the problem of the movie.
That poop joke was the best one in the whole trailer.
Thank you.
No, you didn't do it. He did. Who do it?
Okay. So I think the X-Men are going to show up and kind of like bring him into something. That's my prediction. It's not a big prediction.
I thought that was pretty clear.
Mostly, I don't know. I don't know much about what the plot's going to be. I'm really excited to go in spoiler free. You got a spoiler, but you asked.
I asked for a spoiler. I'll tell you what the spoiler was after the movie, and maybe we can share it next week. Next week is going to be our Deadpool spoiler episode.
Should we also do some verses?
We can, but
we could do some.
You know what we should do? We should put like in the title.
Yeah.
Skip the first 10 minutes if you want to avoid Deadpool spoilers.
Or I can put that in like the description.
Yeah, because we're going to be dropping some. No, because it's the first 10 minutes. They might not look at the description.
Well, we like spoiler alert. We'll say that.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Because we're going to drop some big old spoilers.
Drop them like pancakes.
On your country.
Onto a plate. Pancakes onto a plate. And then we're going to spread them around like butter on a pancake on a plate.
On an oven.
How do you think Deadpool's going to kind of tie in with the X-Men universe? Like,
well,
how do you think he'll appear in future
I
films?
actually do have a master theory about that.
Oh,
but you need to let me finish this slice of pizza.
All right.
So you do an impression of Skeletor for a minute, and then maybe real Skeletor will hop in a minute.
Me! It's me, Skeletor! I'll get you, He-Man! And then it's Beast-Man, but I can do a good Beast-Man. Someday I will overthrow you, Skeletor. What did you say? Nothing. You notice how Beast-Man always does that? He's sitting next to Skeletor and he's like, I'm gonna overthrow you. It's like Megatron and Starscream. Starscream's always sitting next to him.
No, Starscream is loyal. He's smart. He's loyal.
Okay, so
he's a genius.
So while you're making DJ Khalifa references, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, I'm going to read some emails.
Homogeneous Calidius.
Good.
We got your back, H3.
So we got some emails.
So far, you suck. I dare you to steal this video. I double dog dare you.
Especially since there's no visual.
Yeah, try posting that on your YouTube.
Okay, so we got 2 emails from our biggest fan, He-Man. I'm going to read them out right here.
Oh, I love that guy.
Yeah, he's our biggest
Always
fan.
with the blonde hair.
Johnny just sent me a text that says, what time should I come?
Didn't you tell him to show up at 5?
I did. I made sure he knew.
That was an hour and 20 minutes ago.
Yeah. Okay.
Classic Johnny, always with the being late.
Johnny Time Waster, we used to call him.
Because he wasted time.
Johnny Time Waster, wasted time. Okay, so here's our email from He-Man. Hey, talk about how I didn't watch Ant-Man, and also, I love you. Just kidding. You are trash. Thanks, He-Man.
That's a very nice email. What a nice guy. But I hate to disappoint you, but we can't talk about how one person didn't watch a movie, especially because you're not on the podcast. So screw you.
I'm just gonna say that you should go watch Ant-Man. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's a great movie.
Those guys are stupid.
It's got a good heist. It's got some good shrinking. Got some ants.
It's got that scene where what's his name? He like punches the guy out, and he's like, "Oh yeah!" And then the lady walks up, and he's like, It's just a unfortunate casualty and a greater cause.
Michael Pena, he's good.
Yeah, he's pretty good. I used to think he was Dumbo. But then I learned he was good. Consequences.
Okay, and we got a second email. He says, "You didn't post on Friday. I'm gonna kill your life off and eat your hands."
And eat your hands.
So to both of those things we say, you too.
Yeah, he's a very nice guy. You know that He-Man?
Not really.
Yeah, wait a second. Alright, time to do some podcasting.
What were we just doing then?
I don't know. We did like 20, 30... Okay, for the last like 25 minutes, it's just been nonsense.
Exactly.
So let's get back to some
Deadpool predictions.
Our sound is accurate.
It's loyal.
It's a real sound.
Right.
Alright. That's a real sound. Okay.
I like how you said, let's get back to real podcasting, and then you made some more DJ Khaled references.
Hey, homogeneous Calidius.
Alright, good. Deadpool predictions. Well, first let's talk about what we've seen from Deadpool and just what we like about it, what we don't like about it. What don't you like about it, specifically?
I don't like the... you know what I'm going to say. I don't like the joke where he says, did I turn the oven off? That's what I don't like.
I don't understand why you don't like that joke. Like,
it was trying too hard.
It's not that funny, but it's not
funny at all. It's pointless. It's just like...
It's kind of funny. It's like he stops in the middle of like an intense battle sequence and he's thinking about something else. It's classic Deadpool.
He was doing that the entire time. He was just making jokes whenever he was fighting people. He didn't need to do all that just to make a dumb joke when he had already done that a million times.
It's not doing that much. Just freeze.
I hope they don't do that. I hope they don't reuse the same joke over and over again. But I heard from an accurate source that they have original jokes.
Great.
Throughout.
Not just the jokes you've seen in the trailer.
Yeah, I've heard that the trailers are actually, like, the stuff they show in the trailers is barely part of the movie.
Well, that's the thing I love about this Deadpool advertising campaign, and I think all movies should do this, where they show you, kind of like what Batman v Superman did with the Turkish Airlines trailer. Not that Batman v Superman is the best example of good trailers.
Their latest trailer was a masterpiece.
It was very good.
Accurate.
But the second trailer, not so much. Anyway, but I really like what Deadpool did, where they're showing us scenes that aren't in the movie, but they still get you excited about the film. Like all the stuff with Deadpool that isn't going to be in the movie. When he did a thing for like Australia Day, and like.
Did you see that like Mexican like cookie commercial?
No. What?
Never mind.
Well, no, tell me.
Well, he's at like a little like market or something, and he's speaking Spanish, and he's like. He finds like a luchador mask that looks just like his mask, and he's like holding a bunch of stuff, and he's like, "Oh, I gotta." Well, I don't speak Spanish, so I'm not sure what happened, but I'm pretty sure he says like, "Oh, I really want to buy this mask," and then like this lady's purse gets snatched, and he's like, "Oh, but I gotta save her, but I gotta buy the mask," and then he like yells something, and a bunch of like Roman soldier guys show up.
What?
It's nonsense, but I love it.
Well, this is really getting me excited about the film. Like this is really hyping me up.
Hey, we're gonna see that movie in like an hour.
We are. I am so excited. I've been excited about this since I first learned that test footage was real.
You found out about that really late.
Yes, I did.
I remember that.
But it was still like 2 years ago. You remember? See, when the test footage first came out, I thought someone had just made like it was from like a video game.
You found out about that like 1 year ago. I remember. It was like last year.
It was like 2 years.
No.
It was 2 years.
It's okay.
No, alright. Who do you think we're going to see as the main villain?
Ajax?
But Ajax seems like more of the guy who'd work for the villain.
Yeah, but so does Deadpool.
Oh, yeah. What? No, but Deadpool's the main character. I'm saying...
What?
I know, crazy.
What?
But
What did he say?
Well, who do you think, first of all, do you think this is going to be Deadpool working for someone, or do you think, like, maybe the X-Men? How do you think the X-Men tie into this movie? How do you think
X-Men are just going to be trying to convince him to join up the entire time.
Really?
Deadpool, he's not going to be working for anyone. He's just going to be trying to save his girl, Mrs. Jim Gordon. If anyone gets that joke, that's a high five for you.
I get that joke. There we go. Yeah. Not much else to say, really. Kill some time. Want to do some verses?
Ah, yeah.
You know, we said this was going to be an extra long episode, but we ended up just skipping news.
Yeah, also, we didn't really do anything because we were, like, eating pizza and you were making gross sounds and I was just chilling.
Best podcast yet.
Yeah, no. Tell us what you think of this podcast, because we did cover quite a bit of news, but we also...
Ate some pizza.
Just kind of messed around.
Yeah. Simon farted at one point.
No, I didn't. That's vulgar.
I like how you said vulgar. It's good.
I farted right next to his face.
Oh, it's good. We had some pizza, we had some laughs, so just tell us what you think of this one. Maybe we'll do more like this, where we just kind of goof off.
It's not over, though. We still got, like, another half hour or so.
Yeah. So let's do some verses. So the way I'm going to do this is me and you are going to go through this together, and in some of them we'll do, like, a home field advantage, but I think we should establish just a default arena. Yeah, what's it?
We should do, like how Stephen Colbert does, where it's, like, two characters, and one of us picks one of the characters, and the other one does the other.
Okay, alright, so we're each arguing for one.
Alright, and we gotta both throw down our character at the same time.
Okay, but they should have a common theme so that they're not just, I don't pick like Thanos and you pick Stiltman, you know?
That'd be a pretty even fight.
Okay, so, but let's establish a default arena, like, because the arena will change. Well, I'm gonna say, about the size of like, let's say, should we go an Olympic pool, maybe? Or bigger? What are we saying?
Like a hollowed out Olympic pool?
Let's go bigger. Let's go,
Go big or go home, as they always say.
Yeah, let's...
Like a stadium?
Baseball stadium. But
yeah, okay.
How about, it's a perfect circle, so there's no hiding in the corner.
But there are seats.
There are seats, so people are watching.
Sweet. Oh, that's cool.
Are we watching? Are we in the seats?
We are.
Can we have some of those chairs, like in The Voice, where we turn around and then we watch people kill each other?
Yeah, do you know how the chairs work, though?
Some sort of mechanism where they turn?
No, that's not what I mean. I mean, like, what purpose they serve. God.
No, I don't watch The Voice.
Okay, well, never mind that. Alright, let's throw down our characters.
Okay. Whoa. In this arena, what's in there? Is it just plain dirt? Is it grass? What's going on?
Well, since this is our first throwdown, let's just do, like, kind of muddy dirt.
Okay, good. Fighting in the mud. Can I suggest, I've said this before, off the podcast, to make things a little interesting, just so it's, like, there's something in there, like if you want to kill somebody.
Let's throw, like, a little snake.
No. Starlight pit.
In the middle?
No, not in the middle, like off to one side, like in a corner. But let's say it's a smaller version of the Starlight pit, so like maybe the size of like a pool. And if
What?
A little Starlight pit, you don't like that?
Starlight pit isn't bigger than a pool?
Like a normal size Starlight pit then, just in the corner.
Okay.
Good? And also like maybe a metal folding chair, so you can break that over a guy's back.
But like they don't notice it because it's the same color as the dirt?
Oh yeah, it's got camo on it.
Alright, okay.
Alright, we set up some rules. Let's pick a theme for both of our characters.
You want to pick a theme, or should I?
I have one of mine. Do you have one? We can both. Yeah.
I don't have one yet, so what's yours?
I was going to say fire-themed characters. How about this? Fire-themed heroes.
Heroes?
Whew.
That narrows it down a bit.
Wait.
I don't know about that. How about like
How about this?
How about like gross environment themed people?
Oh, so people who are like stuck in an environment, like Mr. Freeze, like he's stuck in a gross.
Well, not necessarily stuck in that environment, but they're related to that environment, and it's got to be like a gross environment, like a poo poo,
or like a swamp, or like a thunder.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or Australia. Not to say Australia is gross, but that works. Okay.
It could
say
be
yours
though.
on 3.
Oh wait.
You got one?
Wait.
You got one?
Wait. Just before I think of mine, how about these both get to be, they both have to be people who would go up against, like, not that these are people who have gone, but just in terms of like the level of power they have. Let's say they both go up against like Batman.
Okay, so you got one?
Yeah, I got one. From a gross place?
Yeah. Okay. On 3. 1, 2, 3.
Gambit.
Killer Croc.
Oh, alright. You said Killer Croc, I said Gambit. Alright,
well, when you said Batman, I was like, oh, it's gotta be Killer Croc.
Oh. Well, no, I didn't mean they have to go up against Gambit. Like, Batman.
Like
that's
similar
their level.
power level.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to pick a different one?
Wait, where's... No, Killer Croc's fine. Wait, where's Gambit from?
He's from New Orleans, from, like, the Bayou.
Ooh.
Pretty gross, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Gambit versus Killer Croc. So they both appear in the Podcast of the Apes fighting arena, which is big circle, right?
Big circle.
Big circular mud pit, the size of a baseball stadium. Off to one side, Sarlacc pit, somewhere lying in the mud, folding chair. What do you think their first move is? Like, what do you think?
Okay, Gambit.
Joe, should we do some rules?
No.
No rules. Okay,
and they've got their signature weapons.
So this is a fight to the death.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And there's no leaving the stadium.
No.
And they can't bring anything with them.
Well,
except maybe like a classic weapon. Okay, good.
Like Batman's got his belt.
But Batman can't bring Robin. Marty from Back to the Future can't bring Doc.
Batman can't bring Marty from Back to the Future. Okay, we get it. All right, let's do this.
Exactly. No one can bring Marty from Back to the Future unless it's Marty from Back to the Future. Okay.
Okay. So,
I'm gonna say Gambit appears and kind of surveys the arena.
You know, Killer Croc's at a pretty obvious disadvantage here because I don't think he'd do too well in mud or really any place that doesn't have like a water or something.
Sorry, that's my phone.
It's all good.
Well, okay, but mud, he could kind of.
I guess he could kind of.
He could slither.
Well, how deep is this mud?
Okay, let's say if you dig about, let's say, arm's length down, it starts to get kind of hard. You know, like you can dig like up top. Maybe your boot would sink into it because it's soft up top.
Oh God, Gambit screwed that.
Well, okay, so let's think about this. He shoots a card at Killer Croc. What's Killer Croc do to that?
You think cards are gonna hurt Killer Croc?
Well, they're exploding cards, you know, they're Gambit cards. He charges them up with kinetic energy, throws them at Killer Croc. Killer Croc tries to catch him, explodes.
If exploding batarangs don't do anything to Killer Croc, what is a freaking card gonna do?
True. What about that staff? Gambit, whack him on the head with that.
You know, he could do some pretty good stuff with that staff, as we saw in X-Men Origins.
Mm-hmm.
He could put a pretty nice smackdown on someone with that staff. But
yeah.
I don't know, because he needs to be able to maneuver a lot to be able to use the staff effectively.
Right, he's in boot deep mud.
Yeah. Whereas Killer Croc, he's used to the grosses.
He can slither around. He's got a big belly, wider surface area, move faster. Okay, so I'm going to say Gambit surveys the area, sees he's trapped in mud, sees he's at a different disadvantage. How about this? How about instead of they just appear there, how about they're lowered in on like helicopters?
So they have time to think about it?
They have time to think about it. So he sees the Sarlacc pit, he's like, that's my move. I gotta get Killer Croc into there. He starts to go towards it. Killer Croc slithers up, eats him.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's our first round down, up top.
Nice.
Killer Croc wins.
Let's think of some more. This is good.
Because really, what could Gambit do against Killer Croc in mud?
Alright, I got one in mind.
You got a theme? Or
I got a theme, yeah.
Alright.
Character from a movie who is not a superhero, and they don't have powers, but they're good in a fight. Right?
Not a superhero, doesn't have powers, good in a fight.
And I'm not talking like amazing...
Character from what?
From just a movie. Any movie.
Any movie.
I'm not talking Kill Bill, I'm not talking Kingsman, I'm talking just like in a realistic way.
Like they put the smack down on some
They could put the smack down
on some Indiana Jones fights.
Exactly. Guys. Indiana Jones, the power level. Good?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, do you have one?
Wait a second, let me think. Whoa. So I'm guessing this is going to be like a fist fight then.
Fist fight, if they have a signature weapon, they can use it.
Oh, okay. Well, then I got to think about this.
Okay. How about this? They can be a superhero, just no powers. So it could be like Robin.
Oh, that's not fair.
Okay.
Robin's like, at this point in New 52, Robin's like mini Batman.
Okay, well, maybe Robin in a wheelchair.
Oh.
I don't know.
Useless.
Yeah.
Okay.
All his powers in his feet.
Wait, you have one in mind already?
I have one in mind.
Oh man. Okay, yeah, I've got one.
Got one? Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Jack Sparrow.
The guy who plays bass in School of Rock, Spider. He'd probably be pretty good in the fight.
It is the bass.
Yeah, he's got a bass.
So Spider from School of Rock lowered into the football, the arena, right?
Is it the same arena?
Same arena. Or do you want to change it up?
No mud this time.
No mud.
Let's
okay.
do
How about like a nice hard packed dirt,
Okay.
like
Yeah.
sand kind of. He's lowered in, got his base, not plugged in because he can't bring an amp. Because where would he go with that?
And you can't really jam without an amp.
Right, maybe he has a little amp on his waist, like
Yeah, like Jack Black did. Yeah.
And then also lowered in, maybe in like a wooden helicopter.
A
Jack
wooden
Jack
helicopter.
Sparrow.
That's pretty stylish.
Because he's a pirate, and they don't have helicopters.
Oh yeah, they only have wooden helicopters. Right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Stop.
So they're both lowered in there. They both see each other. I'm gonna say Jack Sparrow's kind of drunk, right?
Yeah.
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 What do you think Spider's first move? I can't believe just Spider.
Spider's first move?
Yeah.
He starts hitting on him.
Does he have that
Subtly.
sleeveless? Does he have that
He's got the
sleeve
sleeve,
shirt?
the sleeve shirt. It's just sleeves. In case you haven't seen the movie, it's just sleeves, and he's got a big old tattoo on his chest.
Yeah. So he's got the base. He's kind of going up to Jack Black like, "Hey there."
Jack Black.
No, Jack Sparrow. Jack Sparrow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jack Sparrow. I'm gonna say also kind of like wobbles over and he's like, "Hello there," and they're both like kind of like staggering over to each other because maybe they're both a little like on something. You know what I mean?
So I feel like really this fight will be the fight the next morning.
Maybe they both drink some rum and they kind of have like they sing a pirate shanty together.
Yeah, and he's jamming with his little tiny amp
How
on
about
his
this?
waist.
How about this? Spider's there. He's thinking they're really friends. It's the middle of the night now. They've got a fire going. They stole some of the Sarlacc's tentacles and they're burning them or something. I don't know.
Oh, delicious.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty good, actually.
Roasting up some Sarlacc.
Wow, that sounds really good.
Yeah.
Up top.
And we just had pizza, so we don't have hunger to distract us.
I do.
We're like
If
professional
Johnny doesn't
chefs.
show up in like 20 minutes, I'm
We're
going to
eating
eat that pizza.
Yeah, me too.
Johnny sucks.
Ah,
No, Johnny, you're the best. I know you're not going to be
he's
watching
not
this.
listening.
Okay.
Very sad.
Yeah, so...
Okay, I'm gonna say maybe they're both sitting in the mud. Jack Sparrow, feeling around in the mud, finds the folding chair, looks over at Spider. Spider's still playing a jam, and he's like, Jack Sparrow runs up, hits him on the head, and he's like, "Ow, man, why'd you do that?" Jack Sparrow keeps bashing his head in, right? And then he has to, like, push him into the Sarlacc pit.
Yeah, and then he's walking away, but he slips and falls in as well. And they
No,
both die.
no. He's walking away. Sarlacc starts to go like, it kind of crawls out of the pit.
What?
It's the Kraken. He turns around.
and
It's
he
breathing
jumps
out
into
of
its
and he
mouth.
goes, "Hello, beastie."
Oh! Woo!
Hey.
Look at that.
Whoa!
Oh.
That is a lot of spikes
All
in our
right,
sound.
well,
Hey,
that was a good fight.
I have a question. When people get eaten by the Sarlacc pit / Kraken,
Where do they go?
where do they go? Is it that weird?
Directly into the center of the earth.
Is it that weird sand crab place that Jack Sparrow went to in Pirates 3?
No, that was Davy
What if-
Jones' locker.
Oh, what if it's the spirit realm from Kung Fu Panda 3?
No, it's neither of those things.
Oh, they just die.
They just get slowly digested.
Okay,
Yeah.
so a win for Jack Sparrow, but then he's eaten.
Yeah, so really, it's a win for the Kraken / Sarlacc.
Another win for him. Okay, so
Yeah.
we've got one goes to Killer Croc, one goes to Sarlacc.
All
Good.
right.
Do you generally mind?
I have a theme.
Okay, good.
Kind of like goofy sidekick kind of guys who have been known to dabble in the fighting.
Okay, I got one. Do you have one?
Wait, but we might have the same one. So okay, on three, say it. 1, 2, 3.
Watson.
Gibbs.
Oh,
Okay. This is a good
I'm
fight.
choosing Watson, not from Sherlock, the show I'm sure many people love.
The Hobbit
never
plays
watched
him in that.
Yeah, no, not the Hobbit. I'm talking about guy from
Yeah, real
Robert
Watson.
Downey Jr. Sherlock.
That Watson is accurate.
He is accurate.
He got so much
Lord.
jewelry. He got more jewelry. It's not even about the jewelry.
Okay, so Gibbs from Pirates, right?
Yeah.
And Watson show up in. How about it's a grassy field now? How about it's nice? How about ankle-length grass?
Ankle length.
Yeah, up to your ankle.
Okay. Okay. Let's say Gibbs has his like tiny like leather flask thing.
Maybe he's riding a pig.
Maybe he is. He's got like he thinks he has a sword, and then he pulls it out, and it's like a really stubby sword.
He's got a little knife.
Yeah.
He's got a little short knife.
And Watson has
maybe
his
like
hat.
a watch, his hat. He's got
Yeah.
like a book to write in.
Yeah, he's got a
write
book.
things in?
Yeah, but he doesn't have a pencil.
No pencil, no pens allowed.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're both lowered in. Watson uses some of the skills, because you know he's always kind of trying to learn from Holmes.
Yeah.
Okay, Gibbs trips, let's say.
Just immediately like, oh, I gotta get that guy. Face plants.
Falls over.
Is there a Sarlacc pit?
There's still a Sarlacc pit.
Where?
It's off to the side.
Okay.
It's a few yards away.
Alright.
Question.
Yeah.
How do these two know to fight each other? Is it just like instant? Is it like in Kingsman where like they just feel an aggression towards each other?
Like they know only one's leaving this arena.
Okay, good. So it's alright.
But that's not true for all of these fights, in case you're wondering. It's just this one.
Like Batman wouldn't try to kill somebody, he'd just try to incapacitate them. Superman.
You know Batman fought the Hulk one time?
Yeah, it's cool.
He gave him the gas and then he kicked him in the solar plexus.
He fed him some beans, is what he means by giving him the gas.
Yeah, he gave him the gas. He's like, hey Hulk, how about some beans? Okay, so as we were saying...
I'm gonna say Watson kind of tries to take a look around. Gibbs staggers towards him, throws his flask, knocks him right in the temple. He falls over, not unconscious though.
No, it just wouldn't really hurt very much at all.
Yeah, he just hit him in the head.
Yeah, I was just kind of like, what the hell? Alright, so... Gibbs proceeds to, like, try to shank him while he's down. And, like, just kind of trips, shanks the floor, tries to pull the knife out, can't do it for some reason. So now they're throwing down. They're in the dirt, they're getting down and dirty. Gibbs is pretty much useless, but he has a pig.
Oh.
You can't forget the pig.
So maybe
the pig just kind of runs into the pile, and then what happens?
Knocks them both into the Sarlacc pit. They're right on the edge. But Watson holds on to a tentacle. Now he's being dragged in. Gibbs has already fallen in there. But maybe
so the pig wins.
Yeah.
Pig wins.
Pig
okay.
wins in the end.
All right, up top.
All right, so we're going to have to wrap this up now. Our winners were... Let's see.
What was the one in the first one? What did we do?
Killer Croc.
Oh, Killer Croc.
Killer Croc, the Kraken.
And the pig.
And a pig. Good winners, I think. Maybe we'll bring them back next week into the finals.
Sorry we promised a 2-hour episode. Maybe we'll record another episode later in the weekend.
It was more like 1:15. If you're still listening at this point, congratulations. You've earned our praise and a free high five if you see us in real life.
High five.
I think we should start doing that because not a lot of people tune out, you know.
Yeah, no, C-Dub watched like 10 minutes of this.
Yeah, what a loser. How dare he?
He's really good at basketball, though.
It's true that. As always, you can find us YouTube. We are Podcast of the Apes. Gmail, we are Podcast of the Apes Show at gmail.com. Twitter is Pod of the Apes. I think that about does it.
Yeah.
You got anything to say? Like just like a final note.
Yeah. If you guys have predictions for any of the movies we talked about,
email
in the comments.
Yeah.
If you disagree with our choices for victors in our fights, leave it in the comments. But don't be a jerk to somebody.
If you can list more types of cereal than you think anyone else can, leave those in the comments.
Oh, yeah. Also, if you want us to do a certain versus...
Oh, definitely. The one thing, if nothing else, when you write in, send us 2 characters at the end of the episode. Our new thing is we make them fight. We do it for you. Also, any circumstance. Like, you could do... Batman versus Daredevil in a bagel eating contest, and we'll do that.
We will do that, but don't do that one. Now you have to make one original.
Yeah,
we'll do that one on the next episode anyway, though, just because I like that.
That's a good one.
Up top.
All right, good.
But then also, if you don't like our versus thing, you can tell us that, and we'll consider stopping it. We probably won't, but we'll consider it.
If they're having a bagel eating contest, are they both standing in the middle of a mud field? Like, they're in the arena.
They have to find the bagels in the mud. The Sarlacc
Daredevil will
Pit's
probably
also
be bad at that. Or
yeah.
good at it?
No, the mud would ruin his telekinesis.
Oh, yeah. Too goopy.
Yeah.
And on that note, I've been Sebastian.
I've been Simon.
And we've been Podcast of the Apes. As always.
And we'll be Sebastian and Simon next week as well. Goodbye.
All right. Thanks for listening.